Hi everyone, James Baek here, and it's time for some more VGC 2015 battles from the Doubles Battle Spot ladder. Today's team, time for the last episode with Mega Glalie. Hopefully it will be able to come back in the future, but we have Rotom Wash, Garchomp, Glalie, Aegislash, Scrafty, and Talonflame. This team has been doing quite well for themselves lately, and I would definitely love it if they could win with a two more wins in the last episode. So let's see how we can do. Okay, our first opponent today will be Eric, friendly United States, 1612 rating. If you guys don't know, I actually reset my ladder rating, so we're going to be fighting a bit of lower rated opponents than usual. But Eric's team doesn't look half bad. We got a Trick Room team of Mawile, Cresselia, Trevenant, Landorus, Varian, Sylveon, and Heatran. I'm going to write this team down. Of course, he does have two Trick Room users. He's probably going to bring Cresselia, to be honest. I think Cresselia would be very viable. I do like Aegislash and Scrafty. Those Pokemon do seem very well. Well, they do very well here in this situation. Also a big fan of Rotom Wash. Rotom Wash hits a lot of these Pokemon hard, especially the Mawile, the Landorus, the Heatran. They can hit the Trevenant with HP Ice. And yeah. Don't like Garchomp in this situation. Let's see. Talonflame looks decent. I mean, Talonflame does hurt with Brave Bird. But I really doubt he would bring Trevenant in this, which is why I'm kind of deciding not to bring Talonflame. You know what? I'll bring Aegislash and Scrafty as a lead. I feel like this is a very safe lead. A Wide Guard shuts down everything that hits Aegislash hard. Except Mawile Sucker Punch, but if I'm going for Wide Guard, doesn't matter. I'll bring the Freeze Bomb in the back with Rotom Wash, I think, just because it looks pretty decent in this situation. I mean, Rotom Wash should be able to take a hit. Unfortunately, the problem is if he does get the Trick Room up, I lose Aegislash. I have no way to block Hyper Voice. So I'm going to have to be aware of this. I have to get rid of the Sylveon if possible. Of course, Aegislash is a great Pokemon to it KOs Sylveon, but let's see, he might actually lead with Sylveon here, which I might anticipate. Trevenant and Landorus. Not the leads I was expecting. Okay, Intimidate's gonna fire off. I'm gonna fire off my own Intimidate, so his Scrafty, well, it's probably better for my Intimidate to go off because the Landorus is now intimidated, and the Trevenant's intimidated, which is probably a physical attacker. I'm going to Shadow Ball and knock off this Trevenant right away. I'm not worried about the Landorus. I'm not worried about the Landorus. It's item. If this is a Trick Room team, most likely it's Focus Sash, I'd probably assume. But it could be Assault Vest, Slow Choice Band. It could be Choice Scarf because some Trick Room Pokemon, well, some Trick Room teams run one Choice Scarf Pokemon and 5 slow members. So, really wondering, but I'm not afraid of this Landorus. It's basically, it doesn't want to Earthquake, because if it Earthquakes, it's going to give Aegislash the weakness policy, possible weakness policy, and it would just knock out the Trevenant, so I really doubt he would do that. He's going to bring out Mawile, really good switch for my opponent. He resets the Intimidate with the Landorus, and gets an Intimidate off onto my Scrafty, so now my Scrafty's at -2. Aegislash is going to Stance Change and Shadow Ball here, which should do a good amount to the Trevenant. Let's see if it's a Citrus Berry. Shadow Ball connects, does a lot of damage. It is Citrus Berry. I kind of wish my Scrafty was faster, just because I could have knocked off that Citrus Berry. Really would have helped knock off Gunnaker onto the Trevenant. That's pretty good damage, actually, still. And the Trick Room is going to be set up, which is not the best, not the worst. Harvest. Oh, he gets another Citrus Berry. This is going to be troublesome. Now, if I were my opponent here, there are two plays he could make. He could Sucker Punch the Aegislash and Will-O-Wisp the Scrafty, or he can play around the Scrafty and Will-O-Wisp the Aegislash, which I would probably assume would be option 1. I mean option 2, because, to be honest, you could just get a free KO right here, and it doesn't look so good, so I'm going to switch out to Rotom Wash because I know Rotom can take a play rough 13 out of 16 times. He's going to withdraw Trevenant, actually. Let's see who comes in. Sylveon. Oh, if I actually Flash Cannon that spot, I would be decent position. Scrafty is going to retreat though. Go into Rotom. That's fine by me. Let's see what the Mawile goes for. Does it go for the Sucker Punch? Does it go for the Play Rough? I'd probably assume the Play Rough onto the Scrafty slot. I mean, it's just free damage and it's a lot. Play Rough, going to connect with the Scrafty slot. Yep, into the Rotom Wash. The Shadow Ball is going to connect with the Sylveon. Should do a decent amount. Okay, that's a decent amount. Well, the good thing is we've seen all 4 of my opponent's Pokemon. To be honest, my opponent's probably just gonna Sucker Punch and Hyper Voice, so I'll just... Actually, if he Sucker Punch and Hyper Voice, I could do something. Yeah, I'll Wide Guard with Aegislash. And I'll go for the Hydro Pump on Tamal. It's a risky play, but I really think he's gonna go for the Sucker Punch and the Hyper Voice. Sucker Punch? Yes. Hyper Voice. Called it. Called it. Called it. Hydro Pump. Connects with this. Oh, that feels so good. That does a lot of damage. That is excellent. Okay, so now question is, what does he do now? I'm gonna King Shield with Aegislash, and I'll just sack off Rotom here. I know it's a 50% chance to protect. Actually less than 50, I think. King Shield, yeah, fail. He's gonna go for the Iron Head onto Rotom. Don't know I'm not sure about the Iron Head specifically. I guess he didn't want to miss. The Hyper Voice is gonna come through onto my Aegislash. That does a large chunk, but I'm fine. Life Orb Sylveon, interesting. Okay, I'll bring out Scrafty now. Because Scrafty gets the Intimidate off onto the Mawile, which means Sucker Punch won't Oko Aegislash, and I can just stall out Trick Room right now. I can go for the Wide Guard and the Fake Out onto Mawile. He might predict this. He could switch on to Landers. I am aware of this. How many Trick Room turns are left? I think there is one more after this one, so just stalling that out would be huge. But let's see what my opponent will go for. Wait. Sylveon, no, Sylveon underspeeds Aegislash by 1? No, wait, I think they speed tie. So maybe it was actually worth going for the Flash Cannon onto the Sylveon slot, now that I'm thinking about it. It might have been worth it. It might have been worth it. Oh well, can't go back right now. At least the good thing is the Trevenant in the back, it lost his Citrus Berry. Harvest is now useless. He's gonna protect Sylveon. Oh, I get it, I get it, I get it. Fake Out is gonna connect with the Mawile. The Wide Guard's gonna occur, nothing's gonna happen, and this Mawile is just going to go for the... Well, it's flinch. Oh, but the dimensions return to normal. That's actually really good. Because right now I can Flash Cannon the Sylveon and Drain Punch this Mawile. If he switches out, I break a potential Focus Sash on the Landorus. But really, I'm just hoping for Aegislash to outspeed the Sylveon. Because if I outspeed the Sylveon, things are looking pretty good. If I underspeed the Sylveon, things are looking pretty bad. Especially if the Mawile decides to go for Sucker Punch now. This is not the right time to go for Sucker Punch. Well, it is for my opponent. He's going to go for the Hidden Power onto the Aegislash. That's not going to knock out. Okay, Life Orb. Yep. Aegislash is going to stance change. This could be a mistake for my opponent. Flash Cannon going to occur onto the Sylveon. Pick up the knockout. It's not Assault Vest. There we go. Sylveon is out. And the Drain Punch is going to pick up the knockout Mawile. Oh, that was so close. That was so close. That was really close. And thankfully, he's all Trick Room. Luckily, that was an adamant Mawile. Trevenant's going to come back out along with the Landers, and I should be good here. Because to be honest, I can Wide Guard with Aegislash. Landers can't touch... Well, unless it has Knockoff. I wouldn't be surprised if it had Knockoff, actually. I'm gonna King Shield with Edge Slash here, and I'll go for the knockoff onto Trevenant. As long as I knock out Trevenant, I think I win this game. Edge Slash is gonna stance change, go for the King Shield. Let's see what the Landers goes for. I'm really curious. Is it gonna go for knockoff? What is it gonna go for? No, he's gonna Earthquake, and that's gonna Earthquake his own Trevenant. Wow. Let's see, did he Will-O-Wisp? Oh, it didn't matter. I'm faster than Trevenant. Did he go for Trick Room again? Well, there's the knockoff onto Trevenant. Goodbye, Trevenant. And right here, a wide go. Well, what would be the safest play if he isn't locked into Earthquake? I'll Super Fang the Landers and Wide Guard. To be honest, I think I still have this game won. But let's see. Landers is just going to go for Earthquake, so I think it's locked into Earthquake. Super Fang going to come out onto the Landers, which does half, well, a little less than half. I'm just going to King Shield again. Oh wait, no, I can't go for King Shield. I'll just go for Wide Guard again. And I think I'll chip away with just Super Fang. Let's see, if he keeps going for Earthquake, yeah, he's definitely locked if he's he's locked. He's keep going for Earthquake. He can't win. Super Fang going to connect with the Landers. The only reason I'm not going for knockoff is because if he is choice locked, that means if I knock off his item, he can shift his game around a bit. But just keep going for Wide Guard, keep going for Super Fang, I'll eventually win. He is just going to keep going for Earthquake. One more Super Fang should put this in knockoff range. Yep, the Super Fang. And now I can just go for knockoff and call this a game. Wide Guard Edge Slash doing work. Too bad Mega Glalie couldn't finish this off this Landers, even though I probably could have brought it. Because all I could have been doing is just spamming Wide Guard and switch down to Glalie. Knockoff is going to connect with the Landers, and that's going to pick up the knockout. So we are going to take a first game, so that is really great for this team. And it is a Choice Scarf Landers, so it was Choice Scarf. Choice Scarf plus 5, slow, Trick Room, Mons. Makes a lot of sense since you can U-turn out into another Intimidate, which my opponent was able to do early on. Really great move by him. But anyway, we are going to find a second battle, see how we do. Okay, our second opponent of the day will be John from the United States, 1555 rating. Bring a pretty interesting team. You got Dragonite, Gengar, Weavile, Azumarill, Ferrothorn, and Lopunny. So we got two potential Mega Evolutions. We got the Gengar and the Lopunny. Most likely the Lopunny would be the Mega Evolution, but if Gengar is a Mega Evolution, it does make sense for the Focus Sash to be on Weavile. Or it could be, if that's a Focus Sash Gengar, Life Orb on Weavile, since those are usually the commons. Ferrothorn could be interesting. Lumberry, Rocky Helmet, all viable options. Dragonite is a Pokemon we don't usually see in VGC. Really happy to see a Dragonite, and this will make the game interesting. I can tell you that much. I do like Rotom Wash, because Rotom Wash just is able to hit this team very hard. Let's see, what 4 would be pretty good here? That's the question. Edge Slash does do decent, but remember, Mega Lopunny, if he decides to bring it, does have the Scrappy ability, so it can hit with a low kick or high jump kick, depending on which it has. Talonflame does look pretty decent as a lead. I think I'm going to lead Talonflame. Alright, Scrafty looks decent. Actually, I might have to bring Scrafty. Yeah, I'll probably bring Scrafty for Intimidate. I think I'll lead Talonflame and Freeze Bomb with Rotom Wash and Scrafty in the back. But then again, if I lead that, wouldn't I be pretty weak to Belly Drum? You know what, let's just go for it. I'm really hoping this isn't a strategy I saw on Battlespot in the second season, where it was Belly Drum, Azumarill, Psycho Weavile, and that was just an insane match, let me tell you guys. But we are going to see Lopunny and Weavile lead completely fine by me. Against my Talonflame and the Freeze Bomb. Now, interesting, we have 2 Fake Out users on the field, so I'm going to protect Talonflame because I do not. Well, no, I don't think these Pokemon get faint. At least I don't think so, if I remember. But I'll just double protect. Let's see if I can get a Moody Boost, because speed would be really useful in this match. We are going to see Lopunny Mega Evolve. Completely fine by me. Let's see what he goes for, though. Just going to go for a double protect. I mean, I have nothing to risk. Unless this is like set up, unless this Lopunny has Substitute. Which it could, because it's a singles thing. No, it's just going to go for Fake Out, and the Weavile is going to go for Night Slash. Interesting. We are going to get a Moody. Special Attack, that's the worst. Accuracy, that's even worse. But to be honest, I'll just Brave Bird the Lopunny here. Well, he could switch into Ferrothorn, which is my biggest fear. And do I switch out? I mean, switching out actually seems very good. Yeah, I'll Brave Bird the Lopunny and switch out Glalie, because I do not want to deal with an accuracy drop. It's one of the risks of using Moody. Okay, we are going to see a switch out from Lopunny. Oh, is this... Oh, Azumarill. Azumarill's fine. Azumarill's fine. Although I did just... Oh, he's double switching. Interesting. Dragonite's going to come in. The fact I was almost desperate enough to frustration that slot. But anyway, we are going to bring out Scrafty, which is great, because these Pokemon, I mean, there are special Dragonites in VGC. Well, Dragonite's very rare in the first place, but there are specials. We get the Brave Bird off onto the Azumarill, which should be a 2 KO, even with Citrus Berry as a factor. Brave Bird going to connect, do a lot of damage to the Azumarill. And it's not... Wow, it's not even... I can't even find the word. It's not even Citrus Berry. I'll just Brave Bird... Well, luckily we know he doesn't have Ferrothorn in the back. So I'll go for the Fake Out. The question is, do I want to Fake Out Dragonite? Because Dragonite does have the inner focus, and if we are facing one of those players, I kind of don't want to Fake Out the Dragonite. But I don't want him setting up a Dragon Dance either. But I'm going to go for it, yeah. Fake Out onto Dragonite, and this breaks multi-scale, so it's a win-win. And if he goes for Dragon Dance, I'll set up a Tailwind next turn. If he attacks, I get a free switch into Glalie, so it's fine by me. Azumarill is going to go down here, which is really good for me. Wondering if this guy is a singles player, because we haven't seen Protect at him from... Oh, we're going to see the Rock Slide. Scrafty's going to avoid the attack, but it's a -1 Rock Slide, so it wouldn't have mattered. But it is Inner Focus Dragonite, and I was talking about it. I'll bring out... Do I want to bring... Yeah, I'll bring out Rotom. Rotom's coming out. Lopunny's coming out. Who does he Fake Out? He's probably going to Fake Out the Scrafty or High Jump Kick the Scrafty. I'll just double target into this Lopunny with Drain Punch and Hydro Pump. Because I'm pretty sure... I'm not sure how much Hydro Pump does. We're going to see a Fake Out into Scrafty. Fine by me. I kind of wish I switched into Glalie there. But he's just going to go for Rock Slide. I'm wondering if he's Choice Scarf or Choice Banded. Don't flinch. Hydro Pump connects. Okay, that's good. That's good. And that picks up... Oh, that doesn't pick up the knockout. I thought it would. Oh, man. This game got real. This game got real. I'm going to Hydro Pump the Lopunny and switch out Scrafty into Glalie. I don't want to sack off Glalie, but I think I have to. Scrafty's much more important in this game. And I do get another Intimidate, which is nice. We're going to see the Low Kick. Oh. The Low Kick. Well, I'm not sure how much Low Kick does to Scrafty, unfortunately. We are going to take a single target Rock Slide with Rotom. That's going to hurt quite a bit. Hydro Pump does connect with Lopunny. Okay, that's good news. That's good news. But really wondering what this Dragonite's item is. I mean, we saw Inner Focus, so I'm guessing it would be Scarf. It's not Choice Banded because it's not doing much damage. At least we get a second Intimidate off onto his Dragonite. And we see the Weavile, which, fine by me. Scrafty's going to come out, fire off the Intimidate onto the Weavile. And it's going to intimidate this Dragonite once again, so these Pokemon really aren't doing much damage. I'll Hydro Pump the Dragonite and just go for the Drain Punch onto the Weavile. He's just going for Rock Slide. Oh, it is Scarf Dragonite. Okay, it's Scarf because it outspent the Weavile. Let's see what the Weavile goes for. X-Scissor! Not a move you usually see on Weavile. Rotom flinches. Okay, but Scrafty does it. Okay. This game looks like it's ours, because Drain Punch just got a lot of our health back, and I mean a lot. Yeah, look at that health. And this Dragonite's locked into Rock Slide. It can't do much to my Scrafty at -2. My Rotom Wash could even wear it down with a Choice Specs Hydro Pump or two, so I'll just go for the Super Fang. I'm not going to knock off Dragonite, because if I knock off the Choice Scarf, I could actually lose this game because they're Dragon Rushes. I'd rather take the chance that Rock Slide does have Hydro Pump, is going to connect with the Dragonite. This should do a lot of damage. Wow, that does a lot more than I thought. But then again, it is Choice Scarf, so that means it's probably not invested in bulk. That Super Fang did a lot, and now it's in Hydro Pump range, so I'll just Hydro Pump and Drain Punch. Not going to go for knockoff in case it lives for some reason. The Rock Slide's going to come out again. Let's see. Come on, come on. Rotom flinches. I do get the Drain Punch, and that should be game. Well, it's not going to knock out the Dragonite, but now I can just go for a second Drain Punch. And the chances of him double flinching, critting are so low. So low. Well, Dragonite is so low, but that's not the point. Rock Slide is going to occur. Solo in both ways, by the way. Rock Slide. Rotom flinches again, third time, but Scrafty just isn't flinching. It's like, I'm not afraid of your rocks. I'm a fighting type. I resist it. Drain Punch does pick up the win, and that would be 2 wins. So, although not the most, well, this one was certainly interesting. We did get to see a lot of interesting Pokemon this episode, not gonna lie. Yeah, we just saw a lot of interesting Pokemon in this game, and I love it because when you find interesting Pokemon, it just makes the game much more exciting because you don't know what's going to happen. You saw the inner focus on Dragonite. I thought it would be the multi-scale. Well, at least I was hoping it would be the multi-scale, but it happened to be the inner focus. Really, inner focus Dragonite. That gives me so much troubles when you just fight it randomly. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this VGC episode. The Mega Glalie team picking up 2 wins in this episode. 2 wins, 3 videos in a row, I believe. Unfortunately, Mega Glalie did not do anything in this battle. Mega Glalie, definitely a strong Pokemon when you're able to get the attacks off with the explosion especially, but unfortunately, I feel like the rest of the team was able to do better on its own, and I didn't really have to use Glalie for anything. Of course, I probably could have saved it, but I really needed Scrafty, as you guys saw. Scrafty just provided me the win condition. But then again, it probably could have lived that low kick, to be honest. But I don't think it could have lived the X-Scissor plus low kick. So, yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this VGC episode. If you guys did like it, please leave a like and share with your friends. I'm going to get out of here. See you guys next time.